Hi everyone, this is our second basics video series, and in this video we're going to focus on the upper body pull motion. I'm going to highlight 3 different pull variations in this video, really emphasizing how simple it is in terms of the similarity between all of the movements. Like we learned in the last video, setup is extremely important. If we're not able to start in a good position, we won't be able to perform the movement well. We're going to talk through 3 movements: the dumbbell row, the pull-up, and the cable row. I want you to notice 3 things that they have in common. They all have a neutral spine. You set your shoulder for each row or each pull, and you row all the way through with each version. Starting with the dumbbell row, I make sure I have a neutral spine. I bend my knees to get the weight, use my legs to pick the weight up, and then I set my shoulder and row all the way through with each rep. Now the same is true with the chin-up. I set my shoulders, I make sure I have a neutral spine, and then I initiate the pull. Here's a look at setting the shoulders from a different angle. Slide those shoulders down, set them, and then you row. The third exercise is the cable row, but all the elements remain the same. Make sure you have a neutral spine, set your shoulder, and row all the way through. Now that we have an idea of what the setup looks like, let's look at some common faults. Starting with the neutral spine in the dumbbell row. Rounding your spine is breaking the neutral spine rule. Arching excessively breaks that same rule. Reaching with your back to get the weight breaks the neutral spine rule. And using your neck while you row breaks that same rule. Now if we don't set our shoulder, we usually do something like this. We shrug up as we row. The third rule is about pulling all the way through with the shoulder. Right now I'm just doing partial pulls. What you should do is set the shoulder and pull all the way up and through. Common faults in the chin-up include arching the low back, jumping off the floor to get over that bar, or kicking and using your momentum to get over that bar. Common faults in the cable row: losing neutral spine by arching, by rounding, by shooting the head forward, shrugging with each row because our shoulder's not set, only partially pulling through. What it looks like is setting the shoulder, holding that athletic position, and pulling all the way through. Now, where should I feel the pull? I should feel it in my shoulders, my biceps, my lats, my upper back muscles like my rhomboids and my lower traps. I should never feel it in my low back, my spine, my upper traps, or my neck. Let's go over some pull options that you guys can try. Here's a bat wing row. Lie down, lift and squeeze, and just hold. Here's a TRX row using a TRX suspension trainer. Form a straight line and pull yourself all the way up and through. Here's that cable row that I showed you earlier. Set a neutral spine, set that shoulder, pull all the way through. Here's that dumbbell row, neutral spine, get it with the legs, set the shoulder, and row all the way through. Here's an X pull down. This is an easier version of a pull up. There's the chin up again. And if you switch grips, that would be a pull up. There you have it. Choose 3, experiment with them, and let us know if you have any questions.